Hi, my name is Brian with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.
We have a belt-driven Maytag washer, and the issue is that it's not agitating. You can hear some grinding noise. We'll show you in a minute what the noise that it's making. It will spin the water out just fine. It does a drain and spin cycle, but it's just not agitating. The tools needed for this video are a 1/2-inch socket with extension and socket wrench, a pair of channel lock pliers, and a flathead screwdriver. So there's the noise that it's making. So that's the noise that it's making, and you know, it's not agitating. Instead, it's making all that racket. So what we're going to do is lean the unit back and take a look at the bottom. All right, so we're just going to lean the unit back here so we can get to the bottom and take a look.
Alright, so we got the unit tipped back to check out the components at the bottom of the washer here. It sounded like our noise was coming from this area. So the first thing I'm checking is this pulley here. It does seem a little loose, and when I'm rotating it, you can hear the noise. So the first thing I'm going to do is check that. There's a dust cover here, so we're going to pull that off. And the next thing we have is going to be a little C-clip that holds it all in place. Before we do that, we're just going to take our belt off. To take the belt off, you want to take it off with the largest wheel. So we're going to pull down on the belt and rotate the belt off, and take it off our motor and drain pump pulleys. So now we can take our C-clip off. We're going to use a flathead screwdriver. Alright, so with our flathead screwdriver, we're going to get in between the middle shaft and this C-clip and try and pull it off of there. Alright, so the C-clip comes off, then there's a washer that comes off, and now we can take our cam and pulley off of the shaft, and we also have a thrust bearing. Alright, so with those off, everything there looks okay. I'm going to spin the shaft here, and we can still hear that grinding noise. So above this would be our transmission, which is where we hear the noise coming from, apparently. So we're going to get this back together and check out our agitator.
Alright, so now that we checked our thrust bearing and components underneath the washer, took those off, and it was still making the grinding noise, one more thing we're going to do is pop our agitator off and make sure that it's not stripped. So to do that, the first thing we're going to do is remove our cap here. And also a little more diagnostic is if we spin this, we can hear that noise, so it could be our agitator that's stripped. So to take this cap off, we're going to insert our flathead screwdriver between the cap and the base of the agitator here, and pop it straight off. Next, we're going to have a bolt down inside of there that we got to loosen to be able to take the rest of the agitator off. Alright, so that's a 1/2-inch nut that we need to remove. We need an extension to get down there. So we're going to go ahead and loosen up our 1/2-inch agitator bolt. And now that we have the bolt loosened, we can go ahead and pull the agitator up and off. And that leaves our agitator shaft there. It's part of the transmission. So what we're going to do here is take our pliers and rotate this. And you can hear that's where our noise is. So the first thing to check would have been the splines here. There's splines that go up through the agitator, that lock onto this, so that when this rotates, it rotates the agitator with it. And these are metal. The agitator's splines are plastic, so it would be likely that the plastic on the agitator splines worn down, and that this is actually would be working but not spinning the agitator. But in this case, that's not the case. We checked the splines. Splines are good. The agitator is attaching to the splines here, and it's good. It's what's happening is the transmission is busted on the inside, and it's not, the gears are just grinding. That's the noise we're hearing. So the shaft is not actually spinning when the transmission is running. So to fix this, we'd have to replace the transmission.
Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.